welcome to the Shy Sheep. So on this week's video I will be doing an updated grails list or holy grails list. I made a little community post a little while ago asking if you guys wanted to see an updated list, since I feel like I felt like kind of all over the show when I started collecting, and kind of felt like I should want certain figures and like really want certain figures just because they were super hype and like everyone else said that they were amazing and wanted them. That sounds so bad, but I feel like it happens to a lot of new collectors. But I feel like I've really gotten my feet now, and like I know what I want and I know which figures like I literally can't live without. So I asked if you wanted to see a little updated list then, now that I know which direction I'm heading in and actually know what I want, or if you guys were just happy with the original list. Okay. 93% of you said that you would be interested in seeing this. 1% of you said that you would not. You don't mind. The first one is good enough. And 6% of you said that you were really good either way. So I'm just gonna mention two which I technically own. I think I mentioned one of them. I think I mentioned both of them in my last list actually, which is my Erina Nakari throne figure by Good Smile Company. You can't see her behind me because she's in a cabinet to the side out of view, but I love Food Wars very much, and I love Erina, and I love that Erina figure. I searched for her for quite a while, and also to try and find her at a good price, and I managed to get her pretty much at retail, which I was really happy with, because I think on Solaris she was going for like 30,000 yen, and I got her just so much better on Yahoo. I think it was actually Mercari, not Yahoo Japan auctions, with Bai. So anyway, so yeah, there's my Erina Nakari throne figure, which I do own, and then a pre-ordered figure, which is a grail, which I literally, as soon as I saw it, I knew I couldn't live without it. It is the Gojo F Next figure. Oh my god. Oh my god, that figure. I think I'm filming this the day after he's been like released, or F Next is like shipping him out to everyone. And I saw someone's pictures go up on Twitter. Oh, he looks so good. I can't wait to receive him. I'm so excited, so happy that I pre-ordered him. He is just top tier Holy Grail, and I'm so happy that I was actually able to order him and I didn't have to like go and find him on the aftermarket. Anyway, the first figure that I have for you all that is not a pre-order and something I do not own or am going to own is the Kaneki figure by Kotobukiya. That Kaneki figure is so good. So I really enjoyed Tokyo Ghoul. I mainly actually only like season 1 and 2 of Tokyo Ghoul, and then season 3 and 4 are kind of like for me. I kind of feel like they dropped the ball a bit. But I heard that season 3 and 4 are not actually adapted very well from the manga, so I feel like the manga is probably really good. So but anyway, so I love Kaneki. I think he's such a cool character, and he just goes through so much. Like, it's just something awful is always happening to him, and I just feel for him. But this figure of him is just amazing. I think there's so many references to the anime in it. I mean, like his white hair, his mask. I love that he's cracking his knuckle. I also love that he has like the handcuffs on his hands and his feet from when Jason was torturing him. That was awful, but if I'm not mistaken, they're called Kagune. His Kagune looks so cool. He isn't like the most expensive figure in the aftermarket, but I would say compared to his retail, he is quite pricey, and honestly he's quite pricey for me to pick up in amongst pre-orders. So that's why I haven't really gone and gotten him because he's really quite expensive for me to try and afford along with all my pre-orders, because I've ordered some more pricier figures, so it's kind of difficult for me to pick up pre-owned spur of the moment figures that are a lot more expensive. The next figure, now I wasn't actually gonna take the one figure off my Grails list, but then Ulta came with their Gilgamesh and I was like, well, this Gilgamesh is gonna be easier to get than the MyFigureCollection Gilgamesh. And this Gilgamesh I have art, and I love Gilgamesh, and I need a Gil in my collection. So Ulta's Gilgamesh has replaced the MyFigureCollection Gilgamesh just because I love that. I love that art of Gil so much, and he looks amazing, and I can pre-order him and I don't need to go and buy him on the aftermarket. And he might probably cost as much as other Gil does anyway, so I'd be paying the same probably. So anyway, I love him. I think I mentioned this in like a video last year, this year, I don't know. I love the chains, I love his face, his hair, everything flowing around him. He's still not painted, by the way. Just give me my Gilgamesh figure already. But I know that I definitely need this figure of him. I will not be able to live without him. You know what I mean? I will be able to live, but I won't be able to live happily and peacefully, you know? I'm assuming Ulta's gonna do a stunning job and I'm going to love the final product. That is why he's on here as a prototype that isn't technically finished, but it's fine. So if you have seen any of my previous videos, which if you haven't, it's okay. I'm gonna let you in on the secret, which is I love Jujutsu Kaisen a lot. And if you have seen my videos, I'm sure you knew that already. I obviously have Jujutsu Kaisen figures on here other than the Gojo FNX that I probably like pretty much own him. But I know some of these figures don't even have prototypes, so obviously it all hinges on how they look. But I'm going off of how Eastream's Gojo came out, okay, and he, from what I've seen, looks incredible. Basically all of the figures, the Jujutsu Kaisen figures that Eastream announced have made it on that list, because let me tell you, I will not rest easily, peacefully. I will not be able to die a peaceful death one day without these figures in my collection. And I know that seems like quite a clump to like call grails, which maybe like, I just mean having that set of them would be like the grails, I guess. Maybe like specific ones in the set would stick out more. But I've just lumped them all in together for now. But that monochrome Gojo, listen, I have been wanting him for so long now. As soon as I saw that there was a monochrome one, I lost it, and I wasn't regretting getting FNX over Eastream, definitely not. I was regretting not getting FNX and Eastream. So I was so happy when I saw that the monochrome Gojo was gonna come out. Obviously, again, it all hinges on how their prototypes look and if I like them painted and whatnot. But, you know, in concept, grails. A Maki, oh my god, a Maki figure. So happy. The Yuta and Rika figure that I actually have pre-ordered, I'm so excited for that. Whenever I look at it, I actually fall more and more in love with the figure and the shading and the pose and the base, and that it's the manga cover, and like, I'm just so happy that I actually ended up pre-ordering that figure and didn't like, I mean, I sat on it for a while, but I'm glad that I didn't delay it any longer because I'm so happy now that I have it pre-ordered. Anyway, the next grail on my list, it's the Tengen Uzui by Aniplex. The more I've been looking at this figure, the more I've been wanting it every day, especially the messy hair Tengen. Oh, he looks so good with that messy hair head. Oh my god. It's just such a good figure of him. And I wanted to pre-order him. Like, I fully decided that this is the Tengen I was gonna commit to the other day. And I went on to Nin because I don't want to pre-order him anywhere else because I don't think he's available on Amazon Japan, at least not to my knowledge. I don't think Aniplex really is all that much on Amazon Japan. At least not to my knowledge. But I was gonna go on to Nin because they had him for like a really good price, and I know their shipping works well for me, so. And he's all sold out. When I tell you my heart broke, I was so upset. I was so upset that Tengen wasn't available for pre-order anymore on Nin. Because apparently everyone loved him as much as I did and went and pre-ordered him. So that was pretty upsetting, and now I find myself literally checking every day on Nin to see if someone's cancelled and he's available again, and he's not. And it's really upsetting me because I really want this figure of him so badly. Like, I cannot describe it to you. He just looks so good. Then I think I mentioned in my last video, I say last video, my last Grails video, not like my video from last week, that all of the Haikyuu Nendoroids are on this list, which sounds like a lot, but honestly, look at it. Look at my shelf. You can't look at that and tell me that Haikyuu Nendoroids shouldn't be on my Grails list. I plan on collecting every single one, even the ones where they're just in different uniforms of the same characters, okay? I love Haikyuu. I actually convinced my boyfriend to watch Haikyuu with me. Like, I'm rewatching it, but I convinced him to watch it because he doesn't really like the sound of watching volleyball anime or a sports anime. But it's about the characters. I mean, there's volleyball, and yes, it's about volleyball, but like, the characters are so good. Anyway, so I managed to convince him, and I've been rewatching Haikyuu now, and I mean, I always knew that I loved Haikyuu, but rewatching it really solidifies how much I love Haikyuu and just reminds me of all the small things again, all over again, and it's making me so happy. And I just realized that Haikyuu brings me immense joy and that I need all of the Nendoroids. I managed to pre-order a few of the re-releases, so yay for me. But I do want to mention just like a few of them that are like towards the top of like which ones I'd want to get. I really love Ushijima. I'm sorry, I don't know what that was. I think that's loud noise. I really love Wakatoshi. He's so cute and I love him, and he's actually just such a soft little squishy teddy bear, and I want his Nendoroid. I want it so bad. Which, by the way, why don't we have a Tendo Nendoroid? Anyway, the Oikawa school uniform version Nendoroid. I think I would lose it if I got that Nendoroid. If it isn't obvious from, I mean, I don't expect you guys to notice this at all. But in my head, like, if it isn't obvious, Megan. I love Oikawa. I literally have 2 acrylic stands of him. I have his Nendoroid. I have a keychain of him. I have postcards of him that just aren't up. If I could get his school uniform version, oh my god, I would be so happy. That is one of like, I almost bought him last year actually, and he's very expensive for an Nendoroid. I almost cracked and bought him, and I was like, no Megan, you need to stay strong. He's too expensive. Don't fall for Oikawa. Don't fall for his charms. Anyway, so I keep hoping that their school uniform versions will get re-releases, but it seems quite unlikely, but I keep hoping. Then I really love Iwa and Daichi because I need Iwa for Oikawa because they're besties, childhood besties that need each other. But Iwa's Nendoroid is kind of expensive, so it's quite difficult for me to spend that on a Nendoroid in between all my other pre-orders. So I'm also kind of holding out now on all of the Haikyuu Nendoroids, hoping that they're gonna get re-releases. So I'm just like sort of waiting, and I'm like, Iwa's gotta get one. I don't think Iwa's had like any re-releases, so I'm like, he's gonna get a re-release. I know he is. So I'm just waiting because I waited for the Bokuto and Akashi to get a re-release, and they got a re-release. And then I love Daichi, like he's the dad of the team, and he's also like a captain that I'm missing. So, I mean, I need all of Karasuno and all of Nekoma and literally all of the Nendoroids, but I'm just mentioning a few of the ones that are higher up on the list. And then I really love Shoyo and Kageyama in their little tracksuits, their little school tracksuits. I don't know what it is. Those Nendoroids don't even come with like extra faceplates, so it's not like the I don't know. I just love them in their little school tracksuits because I love that Shoyo is always in little shorts and Kageyama's in his long tracksuit. I just think it's like, it just looks so cute. Like I feel like Shoyo would look so much shorter with like long pants on for some reason. Anyway, they're adorable and I love them and I need them. But anyway, that's all I have for you in this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and enjoyed seeing my updated grails and sort of how my list has changed since the last video, which I'll link if you haven't seen it and you are interested to see what I was into when I first started collecting. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I really do hope that this video was enjoyable. And yeah, I hope to see you guys next week, but it's okay if you don't want to, I understand. But yeah, have a lovely day guys, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Bye guys!